Hey guys, what's up? I'm back and I've got a 20-gallon tank instead of a 10-gallon tank. And I've had some major changes. The rocks are pretty much the same formation except for there's a lot more in the back. I liked the way I had it set up in the 10-gallon tank, so I kind of kept that look. And the zinnia went insane. They're all over the place, as you can see. It looks really good, but I have a ton of corals that are missing due to a tank crash about a year and a half ago, and pretty much all the corals died except for the zinnia and the Kenyan tree. And the fish are fine. I got 6-line wrasse and misbarred ocellaris clownfish. I did have a black and white clownfish, but that one died like 5 months ago. So with the new corals that I got, they're all sitting on the bottom, just making sure they're acclimating to the light and to the flow. So I'll go over the corals that were added before all of the ones that were added today. This is a new coral. It's a Florida Recordia, I think. There's a Duncan coral, and there's some green and purple polyps. And those are pretty much all the corals that were added in the past year, probably. And for all the new corals, I got them off of MrCoral.com from the $10 and $20 section. I have 14 of them, and as of right now they all look like they're doing decent. So I'm just going to put on the macro lens and we'll take a look. Here, starting on the left, we have some polyps. Haven't opened up all the way yet, but they're on their way. Some more polyps. There's a maze coral. Looks brown right now, but hopefully the color will come back. I'm sure it will with time. There's a war coral right there. I didn't know how small it was going to be, or it was going to look exactly like that. So hopefully that will get bigger, or I don't know, look good eventually. There's a Blastomusa. It's a good looking coral right there. Here we got an Acropora. I bought one SPS just so I could kind of see how the tank does with SPS, because that's the only one in there right now, and hopefully it will do well. It looks awesome. It's a light bluish purple, and I'm sure it will get brighter. So I'm looking forward to that. Here we have a Galaxia coral. It's pretty much fully open from what I can tell. It's only been in here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so that's good. It's liking the tank. Here we have an Acan coral. I'm glad I got a few of these because they were my favorite coral in the other tank. And if you see the videos, they're humongous in the other tank, so I expect these to get bigger, since hopefully there won't be another tank crash. That'd be bad. Here we got a war coral. I haven't had any war corals before, so I got a few of those, and I think I like Acans more, but we'll see. It's only been 1 day, so I don't know if that's what it will stay looking like. This is another Acan. It's called the Terminator Acan. I think it's from the same colony that I had that Nightmare Acan, because it looks pretty much the same. So I'm looking forward to that getting huge again. It's got quite a few heads on it already. And here we got some cloves. They're all small right now. They haven't really changed since I put them in the tank. Hopefully they'll recover and look better, look long. Here's another war coral. It's kind of red. Some more polyps. I think these are the fire and ice polyps that I got. And then here's some other polyps. Yeah. So that's pretty much all the corals. Here's the Duncan coral. I was having some issues with it. There's heads falling off, and as you can see, there's a bunch of like hair algae or some nuisance algae right there. I think it's not getting any worse. I think the coral itself has recovered. I don't know if the heads were falling off, if it was trying to reproduce like that. If any of you guys know or have had that happen to your Duncan coral, that would be great to let me know. I believe it's been recovering for at least a couple weeks now, so I don't think it's been getting any worse. The polyps, like the main 3 polyps that you see, those have all pretty much been looking good the whole time, so I don't know why that happened. I've been feeding them pellets for the past week, so I think they've been looking a lot better than they were a couple weeks ago, and hopefully they will continue to progress. So yeah, that's about it with all the corals. I can do close-ups. I'll put the wide angle lens back on. Alright, and as for equipment upgrades, I have a new pump that pumps around water around the back. It's pretty fast. It's keeps behind the tank pretty much dead spot free. I mean, right around here there's like a bunch of zinnia that I cut off, and it's growing down here, so whatever. Yeah, so I got a new overflow box. It's a eShops. I think it's a 350 gallon an hour. Works well. Haven't had any problems with it. The siphon has not stopped. I've had it for like 2 years. I got a new return pump and return pump outlet. The return pump's adjustable and it's faster. Heater's the same. Pump in there is the same, I think. The chaetomorpha is all different chaetomorpha. All of the other stuff that I had died, and this stuff has been growing like insane. Yeah, and as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff swimming around in there, and that's all the brine shrimp and mysis shrimp that I have. I didn't add them to my tank. I believe they came along when I had got those polyps right there. I think they came with those, kinda. Hitchhiked. And yeah, so now there's hundreds and thousands of them all in the tank, so that's really awesome. Got a new fan. I got some dosing pumps right here for the B Ionic. I currently dose 3 milliliters of the calcium twice a day and 4 milliliters of the alkalinity twice a day. The alkalinity in my tank usually is on the low side if I was to dose them evenly, so that's why I have it like that. And as for the stand, I lifted that up and now I have space underneath it to store stuff. The cords do not look pretty. I still need to get that all situated. But yeah, as for the tank, it is doing very well now. I just have to remove a lot of that zinnia since it is all over the place. Got a few turbo snails and a few hermit crabs in there. Yeah, everything's been doing well. I think there might even be some emerald crabs in there. I haven't seen them, I don't know, for like 6 months, but they were always hiding in the zinnia, so maybe I'll find those or see them again. Yeah. So that's about it with the tank. I will try to do an update soon on all of these corals and where I position them and all that. So So stay tuned. If I don't have an update within the next few weeks, I will try to put one up around November or December. I'm going to be moving to a university, so I will not be at home and I will not be able to take this with me. But for the next few weeks I'll be here. I will be making sure all of these corals find the right place, and hopefully none of them will die. And as for anyone that has had the Duncan coral, please let me know any help or information. I don't know if there's not enough flow here, too much flow, too much light maybe, I don't know. I think it's doing alright now, but as for what caused that to happen, that'd be a good thing to know. I've looked for it online and haven't been able to find much. So yeah, that's about it with the tank. Hopefully you guys like it. I know it's not as awesome as the 10-gallon tank that I had. I still watch those videos and am just amazed by how awesome the corals were doing in that tank. So that's kind of why I didn't update it. I'm sure anyone who's had a tank crash knows what I'm talking about, but here we go, we got another update, and hopefully I'll put out some more, and hopefully this tank will be looking just as good as that 10-gallon was soon. Alright guys, peace out.